Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. This is an update on the TheDigiKnow, the main channel, but as well as the 02 channel. Just an opportunity for me to explain what exactly is going to happen moving forward, because in case you missed it, Digimon Adventure 2020 has ended. It's hard to believe, but it has ended. And that really has been the focus of this channel. It started in April 2020 when the new show launched, and I wanted an opportunity to just rant and ramble about this cool remake of this series I used to love when I was a kid. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. And fortunately, it's not the end of the channel. I don't know if the title I choose for this video is going to be clickbaity. Hopefully I don't do that to you. If I did clickbait you, I'm sorry. But basically, yeah, there's no denying that a big part of what drew a lot of people to the channels was Digimon Adventure 2020. I'm forever grateful for that. And so if folks do feel like they got what they came for and they're done, then that's totally fine. Thank you so much for coming along for the adventure. And hopefully, you know, if you want to check back in Digimon in a few months and see what's kind of going on and what the community is talking about or what's coming up, then you can search for my channel again and find it, which leads me into talking about what I plan to be doing after Adventure 2020. So there's two real things, actually kind of three real things. It's not like a one or the other. Probably going to do all of these things, and I'll try to give you some general roadmap, but essentially I'll talk about them here. So first of all, Digimon Ghost Game is coming out. That is the next Digimon anime. Apparently they haven't done this back-to-back kind of one series to the next thing since Digimon Tamers to Digimon Frontier. So it's pretty exciting. It kind of feels like a good sign that Digimon is doing really well as a franchise right now, between the card game and the anime, that they're just ending one show and going right into the next, as opposed to kind of pausing and reassessing. They clearly have data that shows that it's a good idea. And so with Ghost Game, I am most likely going to review it weekly, the same way that we did for Digimon Adventure 2020. Now, the thing is, it may seem like the videos are super easy to make. I'm not an editing whiz. I don't go over the top with the editing, but I would be lying to you if I said it was completely easy and stress-free. It is a little bit stressful that I have to kind of every Saturday night watch this episode at 11 and then gather my thoughts, record my audio, quickly pump out an edit to try and hit my sort of self-assigned deadline of Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern to get you the review. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm definitely going to be reviewing the first 3 episodes of Digimon Ghost Game in the traditional DigiKnow style, the sort of Sunday upload episode reviews. And after that, we will reassess just kind of the state of Ghost Game, right? So if it rules and I am just completely compelled to talk about it every single week, I'll definitely do that. If we all agree that it's not really hitting the spot, or maybe if it's just not hitting the spot for me personally, I'm not going to commit right here and now to reviewing this show for 30 weeks or 50 weeks or however long the show ends up lasting. I may pivot to a format closer to Billiam's podcast or even what Karn EX does, where just when certain monumental episodes happen and they really feel compelled to talk about it, I'm referring to Karn, they will do a video about that specific episode and kind of recap the last few episodes. And then on the Billiam side, him and his podcast crew do a 5-episode at a time upload. So maybe I would do something like that. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'll definitely be covering like the news of Ghost Game if something really cool is happening. And again, maybe I'll just straight up end up reviewing every single episode. I just don't want to commit to it quite yet, having not seen the show yet. So that's one thing. That's the Ghost Game plan. The other thing I'm pretty excited about, to be honest with you, is the fact that we're in the post-adventure world means that I can start working on a lot of cool adventure summary videos. So like, the top 10 episode video, the 10 biggest changes from 1999 to 2020, the biggest, WTF moments in the show. There's a few of them I'm already thinking of. And then, of course, the larger overall series review. I know a lot of people are excited to hear that. My episode 67 review briefly spoke on the whole show as a whole, but of course, that's only one segment of a single episode review. So I'll have a longer video that is kind of in that Billiam video essay style about Digimon 2020. I think Billiam's going to have one too, and I can't wait to hear his. But that will come probably later in the fall, closer to December, that series review, because I want to knock out the other stuff first, like the top 10 episodes and the biggest changes, because I think revisiting the show in that format first will inform my overall series review. So yeah, there's that. And then the third kind of pillar, I guess, for the channel, don't panic. I'm not going to be ditching Digimon, but a couple times I did experiment with other anime. In the past, I experimented with Attack on Titan videos and a couple Shaman King videos, and the Shaman King videos did really well. The Attack on Titan one's not so much. I think that's because there's so many creators already covering Attack on Titan that if you are looking for a reaction, you kind of already know who your go-to people are, and also the algorithm already knows who to push on YouTube. But the Shaman King stuff did really well, and that show is not ending, so I'm probably going to keep doing these little Shaman King check-ins every now and then. And I think the reason Shaman King worked is because it kind of exists in the same space as Digimon, where it was this reboot of this, Fox Kids show from the early 2000s, or I guess it was 4Kids at the time, or Foxbox, I can't quite remember. But anyways, probably keep checking in on other anime that makes sense for the Digimon fans. So for instance, I'm probably going to do an Appmon video, or Applimon, which is a Digimon spin-off series that doesn't have a lot of coverage on YouTube, but I started watching it and I'm really intrigued by it. Kind of thinking I want to do a video on Metabots. I don't want to give that idea away yet because I have a really cool idea for how to do a Metabots video, and just going to be other stuff like that. So it'll be, I would say, my video output will be 90% Digimon and then maybe 10% other anime, because I don't want to scare you away. I know that you found this channel through Digimon and that's what you kind of hope to see on it. And don't worry, it's not like I'm miserable making Digimon videos. I know sometimes commenters will very politely say, hey, just make what you want to make. And it's not that I am bored of Digimon. Like, I still like making these videos, but I do want to stretch my legs sometimes and try out some other series. So yeah, Shaman King, Metabots, couple other ideas I'm sure will pop up as I get inspired by other shows. Might try Attack on Titan one more time because of the final season part 2 coming up, but I also kind of just want to enjoy that show and not make content out of it, not sort of monetize every hobby I have. But yeah, I guess to summarize, if it wasn't super clear, the channel is not ending. We're going to maintain the Sunday upload for, at the very least, the next few weeks as we cover Digimon Ghost Game. We're also going to be covering Digimon 2020 as a whole, now that it's ended, in a series of retrospective videos, top 10 episodes, best moments, biggest changes, and then at the end of the fall/winter, so probably think November or December, I will put out my series retrospective video that'll be a little longer. And then also we'll just have some fun on 02 channel and on the main channel, covering some other shows every now and then, stuff that I know you may be interested in, like Shaman King or Metabots, or, if they end up remaking another show from the early 2000s, like, I don't know, if they make a Fighting Foodons reboot, then I've got to talk about that. I've got to. So I think that's going to be all. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, Digimon Ghost Game starts next week. So next Sunday, I'll have the episode 1 review. I'm going to try to get out my first of these Adventure 2020 retrospective videos out on Wednesday or Thursday. So that'll be the top 10 changes from 1999 versus 2020. That's going to be the first of those videos. And lastly, thank you for coming on this strange journey for the last 67 weeks. It's actually been more than 67 weeks if you think about the little break there between episode 3 and 4 because of world events. There was a couple months when we went without the show. Anyways, I digress. Thank you. Take it easy. See you in the next video. All that jazz. Okay, peace.